A Texas House committee is considering legislation that would create and fund a state border enforcement unit. Governor Abbott made border security his top priority in this legislative session, declaring an invasion by illegal border crossers. The proposed state police unit would likely test the legal limits of state control over immigration, which is a power only granted to the federal government. Fox 4's Blake Hansen has more on what's being proposed and also why critics claim the plan would make border communities less safe. Blake.
Yeah, Heather, the State Affairs Committee hearing got underway around 12:30 this afternoon. The chair has set a limit of 4 hours max testimony per bill, and we haven't even got to the bill that's getting the most attention and the most people want to testify on yet. So that will give you a sense of how late we may go tonight or how early into the morning things may extend as well. Protests got underway around 9 this morning at the Capitol, with organizations specifically critical of two pieces of legislation. Perhaps the most attention directed at House Bill 20, which would create a border protection unit. More than 300 people have signed up to testify, an overwhelming majority of those against. The bill would create a new law enforcement agency within DPS. The governor would appoint its chief, and the chief would have the power to employ officers, but also to, quote, employ law-abiding citizens that could be involved in operations and functions. Critics equate it to vigilantism. The bill's author disagrees and says it would be a full-time force to address a full-time problem at the border. Now, critics have also been speaking out against House Bill 7 tonight. That testimony underway right now, although the bill's author removed a provision that would create a separate court system for border cases that have overwhelmed some counties and instead create a program that supports the existing court system.
The judicial system, law enforcement, and other public services, maintained in large part by local taxpayer dollars, are stretched thin as they shoulder the brunt of the impact, adversely affecting the public services provided to these families and these communities.
This bill incentivizes making as much a huge percentage of your docket as you can, make them these border-related offenses, because that's where the money is.
Again, these bills are still in the committee part of the legislative process, so still potential changes to be made to those pieces of legislation as well. But as I mentioned, House Bill 7 is currently receiving testimony at this point in time. They're about to hit that time limit for House Bill 7, at which point they would move on to the Border Protection Unit bill. But it could be a late evening at the Capitol.